everybody. Welcome back to Pandemic Gaga's cooking show. I'm glad to have you. Today we are cooking, but we are not cooking food. I'm thinking ahead to the fall and winter of this year coming up, and we need to make a little preparation for those days when we have running noses and stopped up sinuses and just kind of feel icky. And so we're going to make something that's going to make that all better, or it's going to help anyway. I'm going to show you what we're making. Actually, I'm going to take it out of this plastic bag. Are you ready for this? Does anybody know what that is? Well, I'm fixing to show you. I am fixing to show you right now. You will love this, I kid you not. Now, you're going to need your cupcake pan, your muffin tin. You're going to need some cupcake holders, and we're going to take those and we are going to put one cupcake paper per muffin hole. I don't remember how many my recipe calls for, so we're going to do 9, and we can always add these last 3 if we need to. Now, we've got that ready, so we're going to just set this out of the way, and we will use it in a little while, okay? I'm just going to set it over here on the counter. Now, what is the best thing for a stopped up head? Can't breathe, I can't breathe. Vicks. Everybody needs a little Vicks. You should always have Vicks in your house. Now, I know you think that's old-fashioned. Hey, there's a reason why this stuff's still around. Absolutely. So, what we're going to make are, I don't know what you call them, but they're Vicks, we'll call them Vicks pods. Vicks pods for your shower. That's what we're going to do. You're going to need a 1/2 cup of cornstarch, 2 tablespoons of Vicks, a cup of baking soda, and between 1/3 and 1/2 cup of water. Right here I have a 1/2 cup. And that's really all you need besides a pot. So we're going to take this and we are going to add our water, but I'm not going to put all of it in because this is a 1/2 cup and I'll put almost all of it in, but I'm going to save some back for thickness, and if I feel like it's a little too thick, I'll finish. But you want at least 1/3 cup, and you may end up needing a 1/2. So I'm gonna save just a little bit on the side there. We're gonna take that and we're gonna take our Vicks bottle and we're gonna get 1 tablespoon of Vicks. Put it in that water. We're going to put our 2nd tablespoon of Vicks in that water. You can use 2 to 2.5 tablespoons. If you get too much Vicks, it doesn't want to set up real good, and you want it to set up. So we're going to go with 2. I'm going to turn my eye on. I'm going to turn it 2 dots below high. And then I'm done with this. I will probably stir it with this a little bit just to get the Vicks that's remaining on my tablespoon off. But that's got to get hot. Hot enough to melt the Vicks. That's what we're looking for. Melting of the Vicks. Are y'all doing all right? I'm glad to have you back here at Pandemic Gaga's Bible Study. Sometimes my pictures look a little grainy and then sometimes they don't. I don't know about all that stuff. But I do know that I'm glad to see you. And I'm glad you're enjoying the cooking shows. And I love to hear from you when I see any of you out that I know. That's always fun. And speaking of winter, I just thought of something. Did you know that when I was young, I was very young, I was like 4 or 5 months old. My family is from Mayfield area, Mayfield, and my dad's family was, and my mom's family was from the big city of Dublin. But when I was 5 months old, we moved, my parents and I moved to about 30 miles south of Chicago for Dad to work. He was a house painter. And so anyway, that's where we lived until I started the 4th grade and we moved back down here. But, this Vicks is melting good. But, that'll get you done right there. That is just so refreshing, that Vicks smell. Clears out your sinuses. But one winter, I don't know, you can look it up, you can Google it. Chicago had, and the areas around it, had the biggest snowstorm ever in 1968, and I lived there. And it was so deep that the first day it started falling, it was during the day, and we were at school, and they rode a bus to school, and we left. We left our turn that way down. We can set this off a little bit so it won't be just so hot. And we left our school to go home. Well, first of all, my bus went about, 5 feet and slid off right there in the schoolyard. So we had to get off the bus until they could get somebody to get us. And anyway, it was like, normally I got home at 3, 3:15 or whatever. I didn't get home till almost 6. And then when they dumped me out, and here I was like in, I don't know what I was, 2nd, 3rd grade or something. They dumped me out. There was a bar, had apartments on top of it here, and then there was a rather large parking lot, and then there was my house. And I always had to get on and off the bus here at this place and walk across the parking lot to my house. And so they dropped me off there, and I can remember walking, and this is how fast the snow fell. I was walking across the parking lot, and I was like halfway across, and I realized that I wasn't moving anymore. I didn't know it, my legs had gotten so cold. And I looked down, and the waist, of course now I was in like 2nd grade or whatever, it was almost to the top of my hips. It was as long as my legs. So I had stopped walking. And this is how fast the snow was coming down. And let's add this cup of baking soda here. We want to stir it. The baking soda. This is going to be thick. And a 1/2 cup of cornstarch. And we're going to go ahead, put the rest of our water in. And we want to get that it's like a paste. Get that and get all the lumps out. But anyway, I looked down and I wasn't moving. And I literally had to climb. How I did, I don't know. I had to climb up the snow somehow and get on top of the snow and crawl the rest of the way to my house. I mean, that was just like wild and crazy. And it was a very deep snow. I know after it finally stopped falling, I don't know how many days or hours or whatever that it fell. But I know that after it stopped falling, we could literally crawl up on top of the snow and step off on the roof of our garages. And we did. And we made tunnels. Now I look back, I'm thinking, if those tunnels had caved off, we'd never got out. It'd been like being in an avalanche. But we had a big time in that snow. But we were locked down. When you live up north, you don't get out for snow or anything. I mean, you go. If it ever gets to about 40, I think it's 30 or 40 degrees below zero, they would cancel school because your eyeballs would freeze. And I mean this literally. And otherwise, you went to school. Well, this particular blizzard was so, I don't think they ever had one like that before or after. And that we actually didn't go to school for 2 weeks. And we actually had to walk down the middle of the road with our sleds and go to the grocery store to pick up some whatever, milk or whatever. The parents would send their kids out and we'd take our sleds and go to the grocery store. We thought that was cool. But that was fun. I don't know what made me think of that. Okay, so this has, see, it's a thick, not super thick, but thick, pasty, white stuff. Call it stuff. And now what we're going to do, so needless to say, we all love snow in my family. It's the most beautiful thing that you can ever see, I'll tell you that much. Michael and I have been snowmobiling. We went for many years. We just sold it, but we kept snowmobile in Wisconsin, and we would go snowmobiling every January, February. We went north whenever there was enough snow up there, and it is so beautiful, so beautiful. I mean, you can snowmobile through a trash dump, and it'll be so pretty. You don't know what's underneath it, and oh, we loved it. Sometimes we would even put a suitcase on the back of our snowmobile, and we would go from town to town. We'd go many, many miles and maybe stay all night. And then we toured through Canada. We started at Sault Ste. Marie, and we toured, I think we were there for a week or more, just going from place to place to place. And we were out in the boonies. You don't know what boonies are until you go to Canada and get in their boonies. All right, now we are going to, let's see, I think I'll get a ladle out. Get my little ladle. Now you're going to want to fill these up. And like I said, I don't remember how many it does, but you're going to want to fill no more than halfway. Yeah, about a ladle full. Pour it in there. And we're going to want these to just sit overnight. And tomorrow, whenever you feel like it, tomorrow they should be solid. And that will set up, and baking soda and starch will not hurt your plumbing at all. And what it does is when you feel icky, stopped up, what you need to do is take one of these then and place it in your shower where the water will hit it, and take you a nice warm shower this winter, and that will melt, start melting, and that Vicks just kind of, and it just, that is good stuff when you're not feeling well. You'll love it. And they'll be solid, so you can just take them out of tomorrow, and just leave them sitting on your counter, and you can just take them out. They'll be solid, and you can just pop them in a Ziploc bag and stick it in a closet in your bathroom, and you'll be ready for this winter. And it's a neat thing to take. If you're going to take some chicken noodle soup to your friend because they don't feel good, you can add one of these, and they'll enjoy that, and that'll make them feel better too. So that's just a little tidbit for today for preparations, and you can go ahead and make them. This one's over a year old, and it's just sitting here, and when I put it in the shower, it'll just melt right away in nice warm water, and it'll do its thing. So you guys need to try this, and you'll be that much ahead. When you don't feel good, you don't go in there and make it then. You'll be ready to go. You'll be ready to go. Use it with your kids. Anybody can use it. I guess they're allergic to Vicks. I don't know if anybody's allergic to Vicks, but there you go. And that will make you feel so much better this winter when you have a little bit of stopped up sinuses, okay? And I just wanted to share that with you. I've been doing it for years now, and we all like it. So there you go. That was simple enough. And we'll go over the recipe one last time. You'll need your muffin tin. You'll need some cupcake holders. Now don't put the cupcake holders in your shower. You'll need some Vicks, 2 tablespoons. You'll need a half a cup of cornstarch and a whole cup of baking soda. And you're ready to go. Just melt that Vicks in your water and stir in the dry ingredients, the cornstarch and the baking soda, and then pour it up in your tins and let it set overnight. And it will be very refreshing for you this winter when we all don't get those little sniffles and things, okay? Have a good day. I love you. We'll cook something another day, but I thought we needed to cook this up and get prepared. Hey, y'all have a good day. I'll see you later. Bye.